K-pop may have started as just an interesting style of music, attractive choreographies, and appealing idol members, but slowly it has also become part of many people's life. And now that it is part of your life, it is expected that it also influences your view on things, at least a bit more than just spending hours and hours watching your favorite group's videos on repeat. K-pop is now present globally, and its reach goes beyond music. It is not only about Korean culture, traditions, or food. There are so many things that are involved in K-pop, both good and bad. Here is the list of things that K-pop has normalized, and if I'm missing more, just tell me in the comments section down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos. I already talked about the role of makeup in K-pop before, but what is interesting is that fans never question the use of it. Nowadays, it's more common for men to use makeup, but in some places, it is still considered weird or taboo. In any case, men using makeup, painting their nails in different colors, and overall wearing some outfits or looking in some way more feminine is not only normal in K-pop, it is expected and accepted. And it is also not related or compared to their sexual preferences, nor their masculinity is put into question by fans. If we think about it, it's quite progressive and empowering, breaking gender stereotypes. I actually enjoy a lot looking at all the ways makeup for male idols is used. It has become a way of expressing themselves. It's now part of their art. And all of this not only happens in the K-pop industry. In reality, men in Korea use beauty products and it is normal. Taking care of their skin and using makeup in public is part of everyday life in Korea. And I'm all for it. And now that we are talking about beauty, let's also talk about the things that are normal for idols, but maybe not so much for their health. For example, changing hair color for every comeback, which means every few months dyeing your hair a new color. There is bound to be damage and even breakage. If you want to see the most damaged hair in K-pop, you can see this video. There is also the skin whitening. Whether it is makeup or a cream designed to make your skin lighter in tone, it is something that is common in K-pop. Some will argue that it has to do with their culture that prefers lighter skin tones, but normalizing skin whitening is definitely not something that should be encouraged. Sadly, this will continue to happen as it is part of the Korean beauty standards. And from all these points related to beauty, the one that is most prominent and talked about are the diets and weight of idols. It is important to maintain a certain condition to be able to perform to the best of your capacity on the stage. But unfortunately, for K-pop, this goes beyond having a good physical condition. It is already normal for an entertainment industry to focus on the looks and visuals, but to have constant weight revisions under trainees and having extreme diets, that is something that is a bit too much. However, it is typical in K-pop, and we all know about it. The preference for having skinny bodies is not only visible in the industry. In reality, once again, it's part of the Korean beauty standards, and that has made all public and netizens being more judgmental towards the bodies of idols. And whether we like it or not, it also influences the international audience, and we expect idols to be thin and have certain body proportions. This is why body shaming and comments about an idol's weight is usual in K-pop, whether it is a hater, a Korean netizen, or an international fan. Still, I have to say that nowadays there seems to be a change towards also appreciating bodies that are more toned, at least in the international sphere. Another interesting thing that K-pop has normalized is the dating bans. We already know that for K-pop idols, dating is a big issue. It is not exactly accepted, and in some cases, it causes a big impact on their career, a negative impact. This is not normal in the international music and entertainment industry. One could say that artists and singers can even benefit from dating other people from the same industry. They acquire more relevance and fame. But in K-pop, this is totally different, and most idols hide their relationships. But what it is even more surprising is that there are dating bans for most trainees and groups that just debut. And most of us just accept it as something that has to happen and part of the industry. It is quite weird to think about that something like a dating ban is normalized. We even assume all of the new groups have them, even if they don't initially mention it. And if a rookie is found to be dating, it can have big consequences, and thus, even this batch has said that they will not reveal dating of rookies or rising celebrities. Now we have to mention the Aegyo culture. We understand that every country will have their own customs and views on certain things, and even if at first it would have been eerie to see idols that many times were over 20 years old or more, acting cute or as a little child, now we just accept it. It is part of most of the variety shows, a comic source at times, and even an expected part of fan service. We don't really question it anymore, and whether it is wrong or not, everyone can have their own opinions. I have stated before that the only thing I really don't like is when idols are forced to do it when they clearly don't want to. And I don't think it should be considered part of their job as entertainers and performers. Nonetheless, I understand that in Korea, Aegyo is normal. And not only idols or other people in the entertainment industry do it. It is part of their culture, really. Now, you be the judge. Do you like this part of K-pop, the Aegyo culture? The other thing that is common in K-pop, but not so much outside of it, is the album sales. With the digital era, the times of buying a CD or album is no longer present. Although there will be people that will still get a physical copy of their favorite music, many others will only have it stored in a digital platform. However, for K-pop, their whole support system includes buying physical copies, and they encourage this enormously. It is one of the biggest part of becoming a fan, getting all the physical copies of the albums of your favorite group. And not only one. Fans may end up buying dozens, even hundreds of them. This has good and bad sides. Of course, it's a more direct way of supporting your favorite artist, as digital platforms can be difficult when it comes to giving royalties. Nonetheless, there has recently been a lot of talk about albums generating trash. Fans tend to buy a lot of copies to increase the sales, but in the end, they do not really want to keep the albums. This is, unfortunately, only contributing to the pollution of the planet. There surely must be a better way of supporting an idol, but until the whole industry decides on a change, fans will still keep on buying the physical albums. And finally, the last point of this discussion has to be the role of dance in K-pop. There is no other pop genre in the world that focuses as much in the choreography and performance as K-pop. For everyone that knows about K-pop or are heavily involved in it, we know that dance is a main ingredient of the whole image and concept of the group. K-pop has really normalized the whole idea of looking for incredible performances that we can later on copy. With the expansion of K-pop, this may even become the norm for music groups all around the world. Who knows what the future holds for this incredible music, style, concept, choreography, and all that makes up K-pop. Hope you liked the video, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more.